Hello everyone and Happy New Year. Heir of Ironhammer here. We're going to be continuing some Clan Angron action. We have nearly secured the 8 Peaks Thunderdome, and if that's not a New Year's present, if you're a Dawi, then I don't know what is. That should be something that all Dawi look forward to with grudges, like grudge fists closed. So we recently took Caragnar. The Skaven are going to run off to oblivion, attempting to take other unguarded settlements. I will attempt to keep them from taking those unguarded settlements. This one's pretty well protected. Carag Yar is probably not, so I think I'm going to rush this army back up there. They'll replenish better as well, I think. This leaves us with a little bit of income, better than we were doing, because we've gained back a little bit of territory and stuff that was being lost in the meantime. We definitely want to reduce the cost of this army, and I can do that with Inquiring Mind. So I'm going to keep putting these blue skill points in until we can reduce the cost of upkeep in this army. I'm going to continue unlocking Rune of Slowness and Rathen Ruin. And then we've got our Gotrek and Felix army here too. I think the Skaven are probably going to bolt for this settlement, which does kind of suck. Like, I don't really want them to destroy that, but it's not the end of the world. We can make them pay for it one way or the other. So yeah, let's go ahead and end this turn. We do have some technology that we can get started on. We finished Volley Fire, which is going to help our Rangers, Quarrelers, all those units, which would be good. Volatile Volley, Machine Parts. All those are kind of nice. Leadership for infantry units. Leadership's never a problem, really, for the dwarves. Armor is nice, but also not really a huge problem. But I guess that I'm going to probably go ahead and... I guess I'll go ahead and do this interlocking shields just to unlock a little bit of improvement for our infantry. Whenever I'm playing as... what's his name? I can't think of Grombrindle. I'm not as worried about it because Grombrindle can make his units very overpowered as it is, which is kind of fun, to be honest. Let's do this one for now. We could feasibly be doing growth in these as well. It's kind of risky for me to build here at the moment, in my opinion. But maybe to lure the Skaven back, if nothing else. I will go ahead and do the one that does the extra growth. Tradable resources. Let's go ahead and end our turn here. So yeah, I think we'll take Nazcadrin. Yeah, this is exactly what I expected the Skaven to do. Just go for a settlement. The easiest, quickest settlement they can get their hands on. That is not surprising. Gotrek and Felix with their army, I'm going to move them back a little bit closer to that Skaven army there. Now, that Skaven army will get an opportunity to do some recruiting, and they could pull stuff from Regiments of Renown, and could potentially get quite powerful. At the moment, Gotrek and Felix's army might be capable... Warfer, let's just go to Warferber. Might be capable of taking these guys on. 6 of those guys, plus, you know, Gotrek himself being pretty sharp. But as far as this army goes, I just want to take Nazcadrin out of the picture. These Skaven very well could double back to Caragnar, and then that would make a waste of money here. I'm actually going to just cancel that construction for now, because that's probably going to end up wasted. I'm going to make the move here, because I can't reach Nazcadrin in a single turn. And then I'm going to take this army. I mean, this Skaven army can't take either of these settlements. I don't think it can take any of my settlements in their current state, except for the one they just took, and maybe Caragnar, because it's relatively new there. I'm gonna go underground, and I'm gonna actually move both these armies to come over here and counter what the Skaven just did. At least I think that's what we should do. We have building upgrades available. I'm gonna actually hang on to any building upgrades for a turn or two here because we're not making a lot of money. I need to finish flushing the Skaven down the toilet. And once we get them flushed out, then we can start, I think, working towards the next improvements for ourselves. But a couple of good things here. If the Greenskins, if the Dawijar, or any of them attack us, at least we've kind of got like a fallback position here at the 8 Peaks with a few fairly defensible positions. Let's take Nazkadrin here. This will take yet another settlement away from the Skaven. They only have one left, I believe, which is the one they just took. And I'm hoping we can kind of trap them in it by moving both these armies right here in their face. So yeah, they can go underground and try and get away from us, and that they may do. But this puts us in a pretty good spot. As Kadrin, we will want to improve this because I need to build defenses there. So again, I don't have a lot of money to spend, but that feels like it would be worth it to me. We have this building, Skarsnik's Lair. That doesn't feel like something a Dawi should build. I'm gonna actually build that, get a little bit of trade goods. I want to say we had some trade agreements, so I could be wrong. Yeah, we do have some trade agreements. So getting the trade goods will be useful for us. In fact, let's go to Quick Deal. And let's check for any deals here. There's no confederations. No one's interested in peace treaty. Yeah, Clan Wars only has the one settlement left. So we should be about done with the Skaven. Anyway, I hope you all had a happy new year. I don't know what you all have in mind for this year. I have a few things in mind for the channel that I would like to accomplish. One is that I want to thoroughly cover Homeworld 3, which is coming out this year. And two, I really want to take something to the next level on the channel in terms of, like, presentation? Yeah, maybe that's not the right way to say it. Like, technical? Anyway, I want to try and start uploading in 4K. So for those of you who have the stronger connections and stuff, that I can have even higher quality videos coming up to you. So I do believe I'm going to make a goal at some point this year to start uploading in 4K. This Beastmen army here... Let's do a few things here. First, the Skaven did recruit a bunch of troops, and it does look like they dipped into the Regiments of Renown. And of course, they've already got their garrison here as well. I'm going to encircle it, and I'm going to move up this other force here. I think we would be able to beat the Skaven. So I'm going to siege them, because if they don't come out, they should quickly start taking attrition. And then I'm going to take this army, and I'm going to sneak right back up next to these Beastmen, hopefully, if we don't get seen. If I tried to attack them here, they would just run away, and then they would go underground and duck away from me and get away. So I'm going to try and sneak up closer to those Beastmen and see if I can get an opportunity to attack them where they won't be able to run away from me. This Skaven army here, Karagnar is very weak. It may let them retake this because they got the Death Squad, so they also dipped into the Regiments for now. I figured that the AI would resort to that as a last desperation step here, and of course they have money. And no matter how many armies they've had, no matter how many settlements they've lost, how many armies they've had to rebuild, of course they have money. There's something you can always be assured of, and that it's an AI faction in a total war game will never run out of money. They do not. In some ways that's good though, because it continues to bring challenges to you in the forms of usually large enemy stacks. Okay, they did see me, and see they already ran off. Now they're in the beast paths there. Oh, actually they didn't see me. Yeah, they didn't see me.
It shall be done. You have my hammer.
I want these guys gone.
Lun's air.
I'm gonna scoot up on them one more time. I can move underground up to there as well. I think Karagnar is becoming out of reach for the Skaven to take, because its garrison is slowly building up. Alright, did we finish that iron resource? Okay, we've got the gold resource here. Yeah, that's why our income went up, because we started trading iron. And I'm going to actually go ahead and build this one to start trading even more iron. We need to start taking advantage of all these trade resources. We have 2 iron settlements. We got marble there. And I believe that's... and gold. Of course, our gold is worth quite a lot. And neither one of these settlements has any trade resources. But we'll definitely want to take advantage of what trade resources we have. For the dwarves, obviously, that's a major source of your income, if at all possible, to be exporting large quantities of trade goods. That Clan Moors should have attacked us there. They just took attrition, and that is not good for them. They were already in a questionable position to be able to defeat me. Let's see if that Beastmen army runs away. It probably will. Yeah, they didn't see me, or they did spot me that time. So they did spot me that time, and of course they took off and started raiding the vampires, which I don't care if they go raid the vampires. That's their prerogative, not something I'm interested in. This is quite good. We've got Barak Var kind of settled into our north. And they took care of the greenskins there. There's probably more scaven here up in these mountains. Some interesting. That would also put us close to Karak Kadrin. It would be nice to open a trade agreement with them. There's Tomb Kings nearby there as well. The Caravan of Blue Roses is an absolute pain in the butt, and then the Chaos Dwarves here could be a rather large pain in the butt as well. But if we did attack them, and I may do that once we get rid of the Skaven, just go on the offensive and rid ourselves of the Chaos Dwarves. I'm a little bit worried though, because they kind of fully surround us here, but with these 2 smaller armies, I might be able to come up here and put up a good defense at a place like Grim Peak, for instance, and just kind of hold the Dawejar while we roll them up with 1 army. That could possibly be an angle we take on them here. Wonder if I can move underground to that peak, or if it'll want me to go all the way around. I'm kind of curious, actually. I'm gonna move this direction and see whether it's possible for me to get underground into their territory. Speaking of territory, I would like mine back. It wants to kill off some of my slayers if we auto-resolve the Skaven here, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna let them fester in their little hidey hole there. It's the way the Skaven tend to like it anyway. They like to stink and fester underground. There is no need to move our lord here. However, we could raid. They enter battle winded, so I'll not. We probably wouldn't get much. I mean, it's Skaven, let's be honest. I do want that settlement back, though, because I want that marble to be traded. That'll make us some extra money, which will be quite useful. So tool makers and trade income are going to be big here for us. I want to pump up our income so that we can better support these armies, and we're going to need multiple armies. This map is quite different than the Immortal Empires map. It's a lot harder to like hold on to vast swaths of territory on this map because it's spread farther and it takes longer to move between, and it can be a real challenge. I'll move here. I don't know if it'll let us get all the way underground there. I don't think it will. If not, maybe I can move underground on this path too. I don't know. That's going to be interesting to try and take those. Got through another turn end here. It's now predicting low casualties. Let's go ahead and fight the Skaven here and get to see our Bugmans in action. Should be fun. But yeah, I want to up the channel and see if we can get into 4K. I want to cover Homeworld 3 quite elaborately. That's a game that I look forward to. I really hope it's good. And my other commitment, I think, on the channel going into this year, obviously I'm going to continue to cover Total War, and we're going to do that in a fun way. But I also think that I want to try and broaden into some other RTS games, not necessarily as like a permanent feature on the channel, unless it just ended up being particularly enjoyed, but just as a chance to look at other games with you all and give you all other fun ideas and stuff to play. But again, I mean, Total War would remain probably I would say, the staple on the channel, since that's what my channel was built around. But I'm definitely going to take an opportunity to cover a lot of Homeworld 3. I've been waiting a long time for a Homeworld sequel. I really loved Homeworld Deserts of Karak. That actually did pretty well on my channel too, in terms of, seems like we had a good number of people viewing it. I hate Skaven. They are infuriating. Okay, I'm gonna back up here into this somewhat defensive position, and we'll let our reinforcements show up. They'll get here before the Skaven can arrive. We've got 34 seconds. It's probably gonna be another summon, though. Let's pull back over here, because the next summon will come any moment, and it'll probably target my Bugman's Rangers again. 12 seconds. Yep, there it is. Our Bugman's Rangers should be able to fend off, you know, the summoned clan rat with pretty good success here. Especially with all those reinforcements rolling in. Alright, we have routed it. Sorry, I hit the wrong button there. I'm going to put my Slayers here to protect against summons. I've got my armored infantry, which will make up the front line. I'm going to put it on a defensive stance along with my Rangers. I'm going to put Gotrek and Felix near the front, as well as my Lord and my Runesmith here. Alright, so everybody has their movement orders. Another summon. The Skaven have spent all their food on this, apparently. And despite having not even done significant damage to a single Ranger unit, they're determined to keep trying, so bless their Skaven little hearts. They're just not going to give up. Hey, Slayer's going to slay. Well, their unit got one kill there. I guess I am impressed. I didn't expect them to get a single kill. Oh, crap. That was not on purpose. I lost track of this unit here. Run. Alright. We have opened fire. Another summon, of course. That's 4? Yeah, 4 clan rat summons. Seems a bit obnoxious, but that's pretty much right on expectation level when it comes to Skaven. Obnoxious is what they do best. I'm gonna rip up the Council Guard. And I'm gonna rip up these Warp Fire Throwers next. And then, actually, I need to hit Queek. Let me slow things down just a second. I'm gonna put a rune of, like, super slowness on Queek. And I need to get... I was hoping I could kind of get this unit over to the flank and shoot into the sides there. Alright, we ripped up one Warp Fire Thrower. Let's target Queek, and I'm going to hit play again. Take my Lord out here. Gotrek is absorbing some pain. Alright, Queek is slowed, and so I'm going to pump him full of crossbow bolts, and then I need to hit that Warp Fire Thrower here in a second. But Queek is definitely a threat to Gotrek, so he needs to be dealt with. Probably more than I need to deal with the Warp Fire Thrower. I'm going to bring some Slayers up and just come help chop through this stuff. They're done with their summons at this point. Wow, Gotrek is getting hosed right now. And I can't get away because he's stuck in the middle of a Skaven formation. And I don't have any magic to kind of blast him out with. Alright, it looks like I can get Gotrek away now. Now I should try to get Felix out of there. Yeah, you can see Queek. I mean, he's very effective against infantry. And he's very well armored. Trying to get up out of there. This Lord, on the other hand, is not having near as much trouble. We're still targeting Queek. And Queek is slowly going down. Okay, I need Felix to come over here and engage, where he can start the healing. Like, if he's fighting, he should heal other nearby units. but I don't want him anywhere near Queek. I'm going to take a couple of these Rangers and hit that Warp Fire thrower before it becomes a problem. And then let's see if we can target these guys back here as well. I thought with Felix in combat, maybe we have to be in combat too. Let's see if Gotrek starts healing whenever he gets into combat there.
Ready to fight.
I can't really hit Queek with my crossbow bolts very good anymore because of the weird angles that we have on him. I'm going to use the Skulder Guard on those Skaven Slave Slingers. Yeah, Gotrek's healing. He has to be in combat to heal. Whoa, took a big hit from someone right there too. That seems unlikely. Storm Vermin there, maybe that's what got him. How is he taking more damage than he's healing against these crap rat units here? Wow, he is just getting hosed again. Unbelievable. Alright, he had a little healing event there, thank goodness. He may die up in there, I can't get him out. There we go. Yeah, he was getting crapped on by a bunch of Storm Vermin there. There, now he's kind of slowly gaining a few hit points. Let's give Queek a parting shot here. A Bugman salute. There we go. And of course they did get Queek back just in time for their battle. Again, the AI is the mother of all conveniences. Awesome. That should do it. I need to get the right resources so that we can get the Iron Wardens tankered and the Old Guards tankered. If we can get those will help heal our single entities and make them far more powerful in combat. Comes a volley for these Storm Vermin on the way out the door. It doesn't really matter at this point, but I just feel like shooting them on the way out the door. So, a successful battle for us, and something that we needed there to be able to put some beating on the Skaven. I figured our Bugmans would pretty much be able to single-handedly destroy most of their army. They were very helpful with Queek. Queek would have been extraordinarily difficult. I mean, look at that. He got his face shot off and a Rune of Slowness and still picked up 1,700 gold value by just pounding into my elite infantry and Gotrek. Like, I mean, that guy he's obscene on this campaign. Like, he may not be something that blows you away in multiplayer or elsewhere, but he is absolutely obscene in some of these campaign battles. Alright, that should get us rid of Clan Moors once and for all, I hope. It did not, unfortunately. I'm not really sure what's keeping them holding on. Maybe they confederated. I'll bet they did. It says the Golden Order confederated. Do they have an army somewhere else? Maybe they have a small army somewhere else. They have 0 settlements, yeah, so they've got a small army or a character out somewhere. Look at this.
Ease up, crew.
Drazhoeth the Ashen, precariously near to Valea's Sorrow.
Mino.
That could get interesting. Maybe I should start wrapping them from the north and around, because I have friends here, so if I hit Drazhoeth from the north, I could use my other armies to just defend this stuff down here. So like, for instance, if I build defenses here, Black Iron Mine would be able to be built up. Karak Azul would need defenses. This building is wasted here. Maybe that's the ticket. Let's see what Drazhoeth is. Okay, here's their other army. I should have known that's the one.
Don't cross wires.
Alright. Let's take care of our skill points here. We got 2 skill points. I'm going to put them on Inspirational Leader so that we can replenish more quickly. And then on this, let's do Forge Fire and Rune of Negation. Actually, that one's a really good one right there, Ward Breaker. And then we've picked up a skill point with Belegar. And we've done Inquiring Mind with Belegar. We did the tunnel warfare. Shattering aura during siege battles. Wow. Affects all enemies present. So as soon as they hit a waiver, they lose a bunch of additional leadership. That's actually pretty cool. Grimnir. Let's do that Age of Reconquest. That could come in handy sooner or later.
Lord of the Angron.
And then we finished our research into interlocking shields. Veterans Pride. There's other good runes there, but let's see. Thane's Authority, the King's Share, income from trade tariffs. Let's boost that. It's going to require that I hit some techs that I'm not as crazy about, but 10% boost to our tariffs would be pretty good.
Send me a champion.
And I want to build this settlement so that we can take advantage of that marble. In fact, I'm going to demo this building. Well, no, we'll just keep it, because I'm not super worried about defense for now. Our Lord not move, that's understandable. Commandment's now available here again. Let's just go towards growth and tradable resources. And end our turn. That Skaven army will probably suicide attack now that they don't have a settlement. It did not. So we'll need to finish them off. And get rid of clan wars. And that means that officially, at the moment, despite the small Skaven army that's still hanging around, the Thunderdome is ours. We won Karak 8 Peaks. So as far as reclaiming Karak 8 Peaks goes, we have done so. And I want to say that we hit a short victory on this campaign already. Or maybe I'm thinking of a different one, I don't know. Let's just either, I think both those are the same. Oh good, the Redhorn tribe is gone. Let's look at our objectives. Victory conditions. If we kill... Okay, no, we still have to pick up 30 settlements, but if we kill clan wars, all of our objectives outside of the 30 settlements are completed.
Summon me if you dare.
Gotrek, Gurnishan.
I'm gonna just go underground
Onwards
and
to
head off the
death.
Skaven up here with Gotrek's army.
Gotrek, Gurnishan.
And I'm gonna send this army with him because
As the High King commands.
the Skaven are, of course, despite not having any money, still recruiting regiments of renown at a somewhat alarming rate there. Yeah, look at Drazoath just marching around up here. He's probably going after... Okay, he's fighting Barak Var. And we have an opportunity here in the sense that he's marching to the far-off land to fight.
Honor to your ancestors.
Ooh, they want to confederate. This would be really good. If we confederate, I think it ends the wars here. Alright, let's join the Confederation. I now take control of their armies, and they have two rather large armies, so we're probably going to be stiffly into the negative. And we, you know, because we had a trade agreement with them as well. Yeah, that dropped us way into the negative.
For the wisdom of the layer. Vengeful.
I like this Quarreler army better.
Yes.
There's a few units in this army, though, that would be handy to have, but we can't afford the extra upkeep it's going to pull, so let's do a few things here. They had way too much stuff going.
For a reckoning.
So first of all, let's kick this guy, because he's costing us a lot of extra upkeep. And then Drazoath now
Kobo echoes clink out.
doesn't have any wars. That's going to force him back. We need to figure out what the AI has been building, so like this is built improperly. I mean, this building's cool, but unnecessary at the moment. I'm going to tear that down and rebuild smarter there. We have double buildings here when we should have one of our trade resources. So we're going to tear that down.
Armed and ready.
My axe
I mean, when it comes to fighting Chaos Dwarves, like, this army
of runecraft.
is better suited. Kind of. Neither army is well suited.
to war.
These anti-armor units would be handy. Let's kick all of this stuff, right? That takes the upkeep cost down a lot. Man, this Iron Breaker would be nice to hang on to. These miners aren't going to be of particular use against Drazhoath.
I'm going, if you say so.
Let's just move
For the wisdom of Belegar.
these forces together. I want to just make one army out of these two, and then I can disband the other one, and that should put us back in the positive. We'll lose a little bit of money for the time being, but that shouldn't be a huge deal.
Thirsts for war.
Gotrek, Gurnishan. Beast
Okay.
Slayer.
And then let's take a look now that we have confederated at our quick
The
deals.
Empire.
This is what I was hoping for. We could set up a new trade agreement now with the Central Confederacy.
Greetings, stranger.
And we should be able to grab some cash out of this as well. We sure did. So we got a trade agreement, non-aggression, military access, all these things. And part of the reason I'm really excited about this is because I want to secure flanks. We also now have visibility on Thorak Ironbrow's expedition.
Right.
Confederating them would be awesome because of Thorak having all those buffs to quarrelers and stuff. That would be really neat. The followers of Nagash are at war with the Golden Order.
How you consult servants of Nagash. Friendship is more valuable than gold, or so they tell me.
I'd rather not get involved in their war with the followers of Nagash, but I also would like to make friends out of Belegar rather than having an enemy right there on that flank. So that's a bit disconcerting.
My master will.
I'm not going to make any agreements with the followers of Nagash because I don't want to peeve
Yes?
the Golden Order for the moment.
What?
What? You are not.
Orders. I bid you welcome in the name
We'll
of
give
the
military
Emperor.
access here.
Wise indeed.
Servants of Nagash.
I'm not giving it to the followers of Nagash. So it's kind of a conflict of interest at the moment. Okay. Well, we gained quite a bit more territory, and it's not super valuable territory, but like there's dyes here. In fact, I'm going to demo this building. We'll take advantage of those dyes. We'll take advantage of that iron. That'll earn us a decent bit more trading. Oh, there's obsidian here as well. We'll take advantage of that obsidian for sure. I think I'm going to have to move this into a different settlement. Let's go ahead and tear that one down as well. All right, so I'm going to demo some buildings, do some rearranging, and try and get our income sorted up here. Just going to try and stabilize these new settlements we got. So this is going to spread us out across the map quite a bit. It's going to make things trickier to defend, but if we can make friends, I know it's probably a grudging for me to make friends, but if we can make friends with some of these Empire factions around us and just kind of help ourselves secure a flank, we can focus a lot of resources on the Chaos Dwarves, which is where our resources probably should be focused, is to go kill the traitor kin. Okay, that helped me get a little extra money in my coffers here. Let's do this. Let's build these. Take advantage of that iron resource. We get special buildings up here too. Ooh, 100 chests of carved obsidian. Wow. The deep magma caverns there would be obscenely valuable. I like it. I like it a lot. That's exciting. We're gonna get a bunch of obsidian right there. Oof, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It's gonna be nice. We need to defend these territories out here. I don't want to spend up all my money.
Anger burns bright.
I need to still move these two armies together.
Let us begin.
There we go. Now I can combine these two armies and get rid of one, and that'll put me back in the positive. Plus, we're bringing online additional trade goods on the next turn. Turn or two, I should say. Drazhoath is full on retreating, as we would have hoped. They sieged me here, which is all they can do, so I'm not surprised at this.
What?
Let's just put these guys into a reinforcing position and come finish off Clan Moors once and for all.
Keep me busy!
So Clan Moors is done.
No use for
That actually saved us just a little bit of money as well. Good to see Clan Moors defeated. Awesome. I'm feeling quite a lot better about our situation. I think I'm going to take this army to maybe come guard these farther north settlements. And then Gotrek and Felix can help guard this territory. I really want those rangers in my army. But at the same time, like, these guys are already buffed up so much. Oh no, we definitely want the rangers in the army. Let's go trade out with Gotrek. I'll force march him this way, and I'll force march this way. We'll go ahead and make a trade on a few of these units and get those Bugmans into our main army. Excellent. Excellent stuff.
casting the runes.
And that's not terrible where he started off there, so let's take a look at our skill points here. Looks like we were working on Relentless with this character. Finish off Zufbar 42 pounders. Looks like we were working on Relentless here as well. And then Relentless or Deadly Blade, either one. Go with Relentless. I like that extra speed sometimes because the dwarf characters are so slow. Looks like we have one of our guys who's wounded because we disbanded their force. That's what we wanted. Okay. Again, feeling pretty good about where we're at. Where's the damage building? Let's fix that real quick. Okay, end our turn. And once we get ourselves back up into some positive income, hopefully it'll take us quite a ways into positive income. And after that happens, we need to use some of our... oh, here comes another war. Yep, okay, well, it's a good thing my army's nearby and I'm about to take on some Bugmans because the vampires are not going to like Bugmans. Most of their units have fairly low armor. And they're going to get absolutely mauled by Bugman's Rangers. And the fact that they can replenish too will make them a lot more resistant to bats and all kinds of other nonsense like that.
Monster Slayer. Point taken.
Alright, let's take this army.
It shall be done.
I need to just scooch up just a tiny bit.
Fear no peril. Yes.
Why am I having a hard time combining these two armies? Come on.
Is it time?
Why won't it let me? It won't let me combine these two armies. What? Will it work if I do this? No. I can't combine these two armies. Is this some kind of overlook that CA had?
Monster Slayer.
Well, that's incredibly annoying. Well, I was gonna pass the Bugmans off, but I guess we're not. So, on to war. We're gonna go march against the caravan before they get any stronger. I'll leave Gotrek, like I said, to kind of guard the Thunderdome here. We're getting chaos. What do you call it? Chaos, corruption being spread up here, which is not good. Leia's Sorrow is just absolutely covered in it because of Black Crag and the Uzkul mines. So it'd be good to push against those guys as soon as we're able. Well, hopefully we can combine armies up here, but it certainly didn't work with those two forces. Maybe it's just something unique to Gotrek and Felix. It must be. Maybe it's so that you can't put them into other armies, but at the same time it prevents me from trading units. That's kind of strange. I want these units... up in this army. And then if I ditch this guy, that'll decrease my upkeep by a good amount because we're paying the upkeep for that. And I mean, this army is not utterly amazing. But that's a lot of firepower. And if we were to maybe add an artillery piece or two,
Master of
like maybe
Green
cut just a couple of these quarrelers. Let's see, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, if we just cut a couple of quarrelers and drop some artillery pieces, I honestly think this army
anger burns bright.
would be in really good shape. In fact, I think I'm going to do that real quick. I guess I'll cut the quarreler with great weapon. I don't know, though. That could be... Honestly, quarreler with great weapon's probably handy in some ways against the Chaos Dwarves. They have to get into a fight in a pinch. 6 of these guys should be enough to deal really good range damage. We have a bunch of shielded units. We have a little bit of armor-piercing units. And then we'll get the cannons into that army. We're now making decent income. So that's going to be critical. We don't want to overspend at this point, but what we want to do each turn is spend some money, I think first towards income, and then towards like defense and security, stuff like that. Carrot grill. Okay, yeah, let's get some additional obsidian to trade. Carrag Ziflin, Carrag Yar. We've got our dies here. And let's take a look, now that we have these extra resources, let's come back into our quick deals.
Ready.
The Golden Order now wants a trade agreement. This is good, because I was wanting to improve my relations with them, and they're going to import wine to us. Why is that a big deal, you ask? Well, I will show you. So let's take this agreement.
Empire's blessings, yes.
And we're going to take a non-aggression pact with them as well. Now, that's going to peeve the followers of Nagash just a little bit.
Very well.
But I would kind of rather make friends with the Golden Order at the moment. Okay, so that helps me. We've got the wine trade coming in now. And the reason that's important is because if I go to the forge here, I want to say that either the Iron Warden's tankard... Where's it at? Old Guard's tankard. We can now forge Old Guard tankards. These are going to start healing our single entities, and then we can hopefully get the Iron Warden's tankard soon enough. Yep. So we just need pottery. If we can get a hold of pottery, we can start forging those as well. So that is good stuff here. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and forge a couple of these. What do you call it? The Old Guard's tankard. I can forge, I think, 2 of them. Yeah, 2 of them. We're gonna need more. We're gonna need more oath gold. Awesome. So this healing, like I said, though, will start to make some of our single entity characters significantly more potent in combat, especially when we're starting to talk about like these ethereal ones. Let's take a look at... Ooh, Talisman of Preservation is amazing. That is really good. But like if I go into this, I'm not going to trade that out on him for now. I'm going to go ahead and maybe come in here to these Old Guard tankards and get heals on my Thanes, because they're the ones that are likely to get into combat. And again, now they're going to be significantly more powerful. So that wine was a really key pickup for us. And it's going to do big things for our capabilities moving forward. Oath gold. Upkeep for runesmith heroes in all armies. That's nice. Weapon strength when fighting against dwarves. That's interesting. I'm kind of looking at where we want to go next. So let's save a little bit of cash here. I know there's upgrades available.
Belegar Ironhammer.
Let's just check our movement. Let's go ahead and end this turn. I want to start getting those artillery pieces in place. And then if we can finish the war against the Caravan of Blue Roses, I can take a 2-pronged assault against Drazhoath the Ashen and hopefully pick up quite a bit more territory. And between what we just picked up and what we take off of Drazhoath and the Caravan of Blue Roses, I think it starts to put us pretty close to our campaign victory conditions for the short campaign, which is my objective for this particular campaign, because it basically involved securing the 8 peaks which to me is like always kind of priority number one. Yeah, I'm gonna have to come up here and fend off a rebellion. I do want to get our
I'll cast the runes.
special mission down here too. Let's see here though. If we take Blade Master, so let's do some training here.
Lord of Clan Morgrim.
And now this army can do a little bit of global recruitment. I don't have any artillery at global recruitment. Dang.
Iron-willed.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Armed and ready.
Thinking about whether I should switch these Quarrelers for Bugman's Rangers.
What do you want?
Probably better overall, but it would take a lot of money. I'm just going to keep these guys for now. Just going to keep them for now.
Vengeful Rune Lord.
Which means that I shouldn't have ditched those characters. Do I have the... I mean, the Skyhammer, I don't know how much good that's going to do against Chaos Dwarves. Let's just leave this army short a couple of units for now. It's not going to be the end of the world. I can approach the territory of the Caravan of Blue Roses here.
Gotrek Gurnishan.
Alright, let's start checking all of our build options. So more iron would be more trade. We can get marble trade here. Again, I'm checking all my options for quick money here. It's not like quick money, but it is money. We get 45 ingots, so it'd be another 15 ingots of iron to trade. Azul. We could get a tool maker here. Might as well. We could make an upgrade there too. Okay. Let's skip those upgrades and end another turn. So again, trying to shoot my income up as much as possible here. We have multiple armies. We're not only paying for them, but we're quite a ways in the positive, and then making progress on infrastructure. And if I can combine that by starting to win some battles against the Caravan of Blue Roses, picking up more Oath Gold, more money, more trade goods, we could really turn this into a boom moment for us in terms of just really getting ahead of our enemies. I'm going to go ahead and force march up here and see if we can avoid the impending rebellion. Yep, just there. Able to avoid that rebellion at Belegar Sorrow, and then hopefully we can draw down that Chaos Corruption. I don't know if we'll be able to or not, because of the fact that those Chaos Dwarf settlements are present. Okay. Alright, so... honestly, I think this is going to end up being a pretty good place to end this episode. Let's just check one last thing here. I'm going to attack the Guzera Mines. Guzera Mines? Whatever, however you pronounce it. Not really much here. I'm not really sure why the caravan declared war on me and then wasn't prepared to follow it up with anything. They do have an army.
I refuse.
It's going to get cut down really badly, though, by my Quarrelers. We are down a unit here. That's all right. You all mentioned this to me in the last episode, and I hadn't noticed it yet. Let's just grab a unit of Slayers. That'll be good against the Vampires. That'll let me protect my flank with a couple of units of Slayers. So we'll just go ahead and do that. And as far as the mines go, I do want to start taking advantage of that. And then we've got Deadgate and Karak Asgal. They do have a settlement with gemstones down here to the south of me, and gemstones would be another important go-get for me, and I kind of feel like I might bring Gotrek's army down here to kind of help guard the mines, so that we can go down and take Dingo Krakas and get that gemstone mine there. That would be a valuable resource pickup for us as well. So, again, feel like this puts us in a very strong position. There's pottery with the Confederacy here.
Greetings, stranger.
They're not exporting it, though. Dang, if they could start exporting that pottery for me, that would be great. Let's take a look at Quick Deal.
It is time.
You are not him.
Yep, nothing else yet
Who
for us
calls?
to do from a Quick Deal standpoint.
Darkness calls.
Okay. Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed the episode. I feel like we made huge progress. We took on new territory at the Blood River and Varunka Hills, and we just took on some new territory at Gazir Mines. So the Dragon Crag, we can hopefully take under our controls. And then I think we're going to make war on Drazwath soon. It looks like our kin are pushing against the Skaven that were probably in the hills here.
But I make no oath for the
This is good
surety of
news
your
as well.
life.
Good news for us. So we could actually probably make them like us a little by joining the wars against those Skaven clans that they're fighting, because I have troops
Lord of
nearby that can help
Mordor.
pacify, like if the Skaven do come out of the hills and come after us. I don't think there's much they could do, so I might actually go ahead and do that.
Bow
Let's say
before your high king.
I'm gonna join wars, and I'll just join your wars against Rictus and Gnaw, and that would allow me a non-aggression pact with them as well. And then let's balance out that offer, and there we go. So that'll help me start building character with Thorgrim, which is needed here. So as we improve our relationship with them, we will be able to hopefully get another trade agreement and another secure flank with an ally, and again put ourselves in an even stronger position. HeirofCarthage signing out. I'll see you all soon with some more action from Clan Angren.